Can changing your pillow really help you snore less? It sounds almost too simple to be true.
It is one of the most overlooked levers there is. Pillow loft, meaning the height of the pillow, sets the angle between your head and your spine while you sleep. Match that height to how you sleep, and you keep the airway open instead of pinched.
So, loft is the word to know. Walk me through why a pillow's height has anything to do with the sound coming from your throat.
Here is the whole idea in one line. You set the loft to your own neck. A pillow that is too tall props your head up, one that is too thin lets it drop, and either bend narrows the airway.
And there is real measurement behind that, not just a feeling.
There is. In a peer-reviewed biomechanics study, raising pillow height to its highest tested setting bent the cervical angle by about 66% and raised pressure at the base of the skull by roughly a third. Height acts as a real mechanical lever on your neck. Comfort is only part of the story.
How does a bent neck turn into a louder snore?
When the neck folds, the soft tissue at the back of the throat crowds the space air moves through. Think of how breathing gets a little harder when you tuck your chin to your chest at a desk. Do that all night, and the airway vibrates more, which is the sound of snoring.
You mentioned that the position you sleep in matters too. Does one position beat the others?
Side sleeping is the most favorable position for snoring. On your back, gravity pulls your tongue and soft tissue straight down into the airway. On your side, that same tissue falls away from it instead.
Is there evidence that switching sides really changes things?
A peer-reviewed review found that about 56% of people with obstructive sleep apnea have position-dependent disease, where moving from back to side cuts the severity by half or more. Snoring rides on the same gravity. I want to be clear, though. Apnea is a medical condition, and a pillow supports your position. It does not treat the disease.
Good caveat. So, if I am a side sleeper, what should my pillow be doing?
Filling the whole gap between your ear and your shoulder, so your head, neck, and spine hold one straight line. A side sleeper's head has farther to travel to reach that line than a back sleeper's. So you want a firm, high loft fill that holds its shape all night instead of flattening under your weight.
Which of your fills does that best?
The buckwheat pillow. The hulls hold their shape, so the loft you set at bedtime is the loft you still have at sunrise. They are USA grown and pre-polished, which cuts the movement noise by up to 68% compared with raw hulls, using our own measurement.
Say I have got the right pillow. How do I dial the loft in for my body?
3 moves. Lie down in your real sleep position. Take fill out through the side zipper a small handful at a time until your ear, shoulder, and hip line up straight. Then add a little back if your head dips too low. Small changes matter more than they feel like they should.
And a back sleeper who cannot get comfortable on their side?
Side sleeping still wins, but correct loft on your back helps a lot. You want just enough height to keep the head level, so the chin does not tuck toward the chest or tip back toward the ceiling. Either extreme narrows the airway.
What fill suits a back sleeper?
This is where being able to open the pillow matters. Everyone ships about 30% overstuffed. So you remove fill through the side zipper to set your own height, and you keep what you take out to add back later. For a back sleeper, the organic cotton pillow gives a traditional, supportive feel, and it is certified organic end to end under GOTS 10229 through Oregon Tilth.
Is there a softer option for back sleepers?
The kapok pillow. It adjusts down to a very thin profile and cradles the head without pushing it up, which suits people who want a gentle, low loft. It has a plant-based, down-like feel.
What about people like me who flip between their side and their back all night?
That is the combination sleeper, and it is the hardest to serve with one fixed height. The buckwool hybrid answers it. One side is firm buckwheat for the nights you are on your side. The other is soft organic wool for the nights you want less structure. with a single zipper and an internal divider keeping the two fills apart.
Any common mistakes people make when they adjust?
The big one is pulling out too much fill at once and overshooting from too high to too low. Go slowly and recheck the line after each handful. The other is judging Loft by how it feels in the first minute, when a pillow can feel fine lying down and still let your head droop once you are asleep. Check the side view instead.
And when should someone stop adjusting the pillow and talk to a doctor?
If you have dialed in your Loft, you are sleeping on your side, and you still snore loudly most nights, especially with daytime fatigue, or a partner noticing pauses in your breathing, that is a conversation to have with a doctor about sleep apnea. Pillows fix alignment. They cannot change your airway anatomy.
So the short version for anyone listening?
Match your Loft to your position, favor your side, and let the pillow adjust to you rather than the other way around. Every fill we make opens with a zipper, ships with a 60-night trial, and is handmade in our New Jersey workshop. You can find them all at circadianrest.com.